I'm Tony Sklar with BnetTV. We are here at the Emerging Display Technology Conference in Santa Clara, California, 2012, and I am speaking with Mr. Christophe Ramstein. How are you today, sir?
Very good. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you very much. For all of the people out there in BnetTV land, why don't you give us a brief overview of Strategic Polymer and where you fit within this ecosystem?
So Strategic Polymers is about bringing the thinnest actuator ever made to mobile computing to create better vibrations, to create deformation, eventually create the ultimate haptic user experience.
Okay, so I want you to also explain to everybody out there, what is an actuator?
So an actuator is a device, it's an electromechanical or electrode device that is going to provide some forces, creating vibrations, creating sounds or deformation on top of a surface. So for example, when you play with a smartphone, you will want to feel when you press a key on the keyboard, right? An actuator is going to give you the ability to feel vibrations and even the deformation of the key when you do that. So this is why we need an actuator for creating haptics on smartphones and tablets.
So over the past couple of years, we've experienced a huge hockey stick curve in haptics alone, which is inevitably the tactile response that the screen gives you back. And there's been a lot of technology and movement forward in that. What were some of the challenges that existed? And then we're going to get into what you're holding in your hand here and what makes them so fantastic today versus, let's say, last year.
So this new technology is about very thin. It is flexible. It is customizable. It is very strong. It is has a very high strain, so which means that the elasticity is much higher than anything else. But the key of it is, if you look at it, it's really thin. It's 50 microns, and it can lift weights of 50 grams or 5 grams when you activate it with some voltage.
Is there a lifespan to that type of material? Is it going to wear thinner or not be able to carry as much vibration, or thus the haptic itself will inevitably diminish over the course of the life of the unit?
No, I think the actuator itself has to be designed in a way to sustain all the requirements that we have from a lifetime standpoint. And I think currently the pre-test we did on the actuator shows really good results. Very promising. Lifetime is really good. Now the question about the specifications of the experience will drive the design of the actuator. The higher the forces, the stronger the actuator. The higher the strain required, the higher the strain. Oh,
Just ruined it.
I did, and I was so trying not to do that.
Oh my gosh, I thought it was the thing.
Oh my God, I hate it when that happens. All right, so here we go again. Start again.
Which part?
Right from the lifespan.
So lifespan of this actuators have been tested. So pre-test has shown in many millions of cycles. It responds fairly well. Again, it's pre-test, very promising. Now, from a design standpoint, it's really a question of what kind of haptic experience we want to put in the phone, and then the actuator will be designed accordingly. But so far, I would say that the test that is done is very promising.
Okay, so what exactly are you holding in your hand here versus that?
So what we have here is a prototype that is using 6 different actuators. And let me just show you, when you squeeze this little actuators, you feel something. Do you want to try this one?
Wow. Okay, so this is much stronger. The vibration pulses coming out of this is massive. Wow. Okay.
And then if you try this one, maybe you can.
Yeah, we're getting the yes from the camera people, yeah, that there is music coming out of that. Okay.
There is music coming out of it. So the same actuator, what we see here, the same actuator will create vibrations, will play sounds, and it's very high quality sounds, as well as will deform. We don't have a demonstration that shows how it deforms, but this material deforms as well to create shapes in 3D.
Why is it important for you to be at conferences like the Emerging Display Technology Conference?
Because touchscreens today do provide almost no haptics. A touchscreen is flat, it's a piece of glass. And what this is absolutely essential for the future of the touchscreens, it's going to bring life to the touchscreens. It's going to bring haptics directly to the touchscreen, which no other technology can do today.
So what is, when is that going to happen, and what's the economic viability of getting the haptics to market versus the purchasing mechanism?
So to the first question, Strategic Polymers is a startup company. So we're at the stage where we're building the company. We are creating the supply chain. We are creating design wins with OEMs. So we're building the space. How much time is it going to take? Maybe a couple of years, 18 to 24 months to first product to market. And what was the second question?
The second question was against the economic stimulant that's going to force the consumer to want to have that in their device. There has to be that sort of end reason with, the technology may exist, but if the developers aren't utilizing the programs to put haptics back into the APIs or the apps that are on the device, then there's a disconnect.
That is correct. So one of the main drivers is the thickness of this device. So we can integrate it anywhere. The price of this is it's plastic, right? It is plastic. Well, you need drive electronics that is supposed to drive this type of material, but the plastic itself is not supposed to be very expensive, right? And eventually the user experience is going to be driving the adoption of that. When you have material that is integrated with the screen, with the housing, gives you vibration, sounds, and the information at the same time, there's value.
Well, you are well positioned within the marketplace. That is some great technology that you've shown us today. I appreciate it, and I hope we get a chance for an update again in the future.
Thank you so much.
I've been speaking with Christophe Ramstein of Strategic Polymers. I am Tony Sklar here at the Bridging Display Technology Conference in Santa Clara 2012 with BnetTV.